Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Now today, we are going to be installing the cheapest lift kit I could find on Amazon on the penny. Now this lift right here consists of two things. We got coil spacers for the front. Now these just sit right up in here and they should lift this about, it says 3 inches. And then in the back, we have these lift shackles right here. And these just go right in the back here. I've already started to try and loosen this stuff up, but it's going to be replacing this tiny guy, and it should be lifting it a good bit. This is supposed to be like 2.5 inches of lift. And I am very interested in seeing how much it actually does lift the rear, because the rear leaf springs are completely blown out. It literally looks like it's lowered in the back because of how blown out these are. So we definitely are going to be getting new leaf springs eventually, but I'm probably going to be getting like an actual proper 3-inch lift kit from like Iron Rock. But I thought it'd be fun to throw this in and see what it's like, because I've always wondered how good these budget boost lifts are. They get a lot of shit, but some people say they're good, some people say they're bad. So we're gonna find out ourselves. All right, so we're gonna start off with these rear shackles because they're probably gonna be a lot easier to do than the fronts. This shit is extremely rusty. So I've been heating it up and cooling it off and spraying PP Blaster on it. I got the rear jacked up, and we're going to see if we can zip these out with the Ugga Dugga and get these new shackles in. Alright, so I don't know how much of this I actually got on camera, but I got the shackle out. It's right here. I had to beat the fuck out of it to get it out, cut off some of the nuts because it comes with new bolts, or cut some of the bolts because it comes with new bolts. So now we need to try and fit this oversized one in. I can definitely tell this is going to be a pain in the ass. But pretty much we got to fit this guy in here. Alright, so I almost 100% have this lift shackle in. I just need to get the bolt up here, but it's hard to pull this down and line it up and push the bolt in at the same time. So that's where Bella comes in. So yeah, I'm also really out of breath. It's really freaking hot, and I'm regretting doing this today. Alright, so we got it in. And this is as far as this bolt wants to go in. The reason being is the threaded portion on the actual frame rail back here that this bolts into, it kind of like peeled back a little bit because it's rusted. All around it was rusted and it broke, so it peeled back. So it won't fully go in, and it started cross-threading, and now this is where it's stuck. So I'm going to leave this for right now because it will work. It's very sketchy and you shouldn't leave it like this, but I'm going to leave it like this for right now and try and doing the other side, and we're going to see how much it actually lifted it. Because as of right now, I just let it down and it doesn't look like it lifted it much at all. But that could be due to the fact that both of my rear shocks are like completely blown out. Alright, so I just preheated all these bolts and nuts so that they should come out a little bit easier, and let's try and get these bitches out. Alright, so this one was literally 7 billion times fucking harder to get out. I've been air hammering on this shit for like 30 minutes straight at least, but I finally got it all out. I did have to cut it in half again like I did the other, but this shit just did not want to come out. So I'm going to throw the new one in real quick and we're going to see if it made any difference at all with, so out of breath, with the height and the stance and all that. Alright, that took a lot longer than I expected, but this one is fully in. This one I actually got the bolt up top all the way. I just realized that another U-bolt back here is broken. There's the two on that side that are broken, which I have them coming. They're on the way, but I guess I have to order 2 more to replace that one, and then I might as well replace the other one while I'm down here. But pretty much since that one's broken, the whole leaf spring is shifted this way. So I had to get a ratchet strap to pull them together so that I could even fit these in here, but they're in now. So I'm going to take this apart, lower it all down, and we're going to see how much taller this thing actually is. Alright, so it is all lowered down on its own weight, and it does seem to have lifted it. I'm going to say maybe an inch max, but they're both thin. I'm going to show you the other side. I also did not mention I had to cut the exhaust off a little bit because this shackle would have hit the exhaust, so I just had to cut it back a little bit, which is fine. We got this one here. It's a little bit sticking out. Don't worry, it is totally secure. It's definitely not going to come out, hopefully. But holy shit, look at the pile of rust that fucking fell off of this thing while I was banging on it. But let me show you what it's looking like. I can tell that it lifted the rear a little bit because before the rear looked like it was lowered in the back, and now it doesn't. If I actually get new leaf springs, I 100% guarantee you that it would lift it even more. As you can see, my leaf spring literally droops down instead of going up like it's supposed to. So this thing would be a lot higher with these shackles if the leaf springs were like newer, I guess. But I was planning on putting the fronts in because the fronts definitely will boost the front a lot. Probably would add like 3 inches in the front. And I don't know if I really want 3 inches in the front because then it's going to look like the rear is lowered again. And also I really don't feel like putting it in. Because the backs are the easy ones, and that took so freaking long. For the fronts, you have to disconnect the sway bar link. You have to re-disconnect. Well, you gotta take the wheel and tire off, disconnect the sway bar link, the shock, the brake line in the back there, and then I don't even have a spring compressor, so it would be a bitch to get this thing out. So I think we're gonna call it for today. I'm honestly, I dropped my phone. I'm honestly not happy with this kit. I can't really give you like actual advice on if you should buy it or not because like I said, it probably would have lifted it a lot more if my leaf springs weren't completely blown the fuck out, and the fact that they're not even fully bolted on correctly. They're just jangling around down there. So maybe even once I get the U-bolts on, they will kind of lift it a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure. I'm 100% going to be getting an actual kit, lift kit, for this thing, an actual 3-inch lift kit. I'm thinking going with Iron Rock because Iron Rock makes some really nice stuff, but I don't want to buy their kit because their 3-inch lift kit is like $700, which is fucking insane. I think I'm going to piece my own together on Iron Rock and slowly get it, like get leaf springs and then get the springs for the front. These shackles actually will work with the lift kit, because usually you do need new shackles when you get the new leaf springs. I don't think you need to do control arms or shocks for a 3-inch lift kit. You probably should do shocks for a 3-inch lift kit, but you don't have to. I've heard that they do work. You just lose all your like travel. So we probably will eventually get some 3-inch lift shocks because I obviously probably should replace these shocks soon anyways. These ones actually don't look that bad. They look kind of newer. The ones that I took off of Beep definitely did not get replaced like at all through its entire 25-year lifespan. Like even the ones in the back here, let me see if I can find them. Yeah, they're They're not the worst. They actually still have the plastic cover on them. The bushings are cooked on them, but I think the shocks themselves are good. So yeah, let me know what you think about this cheap little Amazon lift kit. Oh, what is happening? There we go. Yeah, let me know what you think of this cheap little Amazon lift kit. Once we get the actual kit, I'm gonna have to try and actually fix this and re-drill the hole, most likely. And then we'll get a new bolt to put in so it's actually bolted in. And then I can actually just powder coat this, the color that I'm going to be powder coating most of the lift, which is like a copperish color to match the amber pearl. But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping and we're gonna end off the video here. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Peace.